Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the October 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Pisces. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But with that being said, Pisces, let's go ahead and get into it. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for October. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column. We're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. Pulling a summary affirmation card there, we have the card stretch. So with the stretch card, this is pretty literal typically. What we see is people have to do a little bit more, reach a little bit further, reach a little bit harder to get done what they needed to get done. So that little extra push, that little extra reach, that little extra stretch. So in all, I feel like you had a very successful last few weeks, Pisces, but again, it took that little bit extra effort. Let's go and take a look though and see what other cards we've got going on here, and see what other messages I can give you. So first up, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Swords, this is typically some sort of new clarity, some sort of new drive, but this is sometimes new conflict. So it's like little things popping up. Again, the things that make you reach a little bit further, stretch a little bit further, push a little bit harder. So I do feel like these are like some of maybe the obstacles that came up that again led you to have to reach a little bit further. The next card that we have though is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of, oftentimes this is about boundaries, but in this case this is very much so a card of persistence. So again, continuing to push forward, continuing to reach forward, going for that next step with the Nine of Wands. So that persistence really paid off. Again, I feel like you did a great job of getting things done still. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is feeling like we're in a low spot. The other note that I think it's important to mention here, Pisces, I don't know that you started in an easy place. And that's what this card is saying. So I feel like there were a lot of challenges. Again, you didn't start in a good place. As you were pushing forward to things, things were popping up. So really be proud of yourself for overcoming and getting this stuff done in these last few weeks. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our clarifiers. Of course, the cat is laying right here. He's so helpful sometimes. But let's see. Up first for clarifiers, the first card we have is the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. So this is fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. So again, this is pushing forward onto this new opportunity, pushing forward to this thing that we want. I love the Fool card because it's like, yes, it is the new opportunity. It's the thing you should have gone after. So nice validation. I'm glad you again stretched, pushed forward, did that little extra reach, because this is something you're going to really want, even though again, we didn't start in the best place and there were some challenges along the way. Looking at our next clarifier, we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card. Some of you could have like had a cold. They're not been feeling very good too. So of course that adds to some of the challenges that we have. So that's one of the notes coming through with the Five of Pentacles. This is also like a card of worry. I think, of course, as things kind of stacked up against you or obstacles came up, that is a source of worry. Kind of questioning if we're able to do it. But again, so glad to see that you stretched, you persevered here. At the bottom, we have the Emperor. Love this in terms of a long-term move for you. Very strategic. This was the right move. I like the path this is on. So again, all things saying it was the right thing to do to kind of push through and overcome. So love that, Pisces. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming for the month of October. We have the Ready But Waiting Summary Affirmation card. Also another pretty literal one. So I think there's something you want to move on, but the time might not present it this month. Again, ready but waiting type energy. Let's see what messages we have coming through here though. So the first card that we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is something popping up that we didn't expect. Seems like you had quite a bit of that last week, maybe some more of that coming in this month. What I'm hearing though is like something will come up and you have to address it first. So that I think is the source of the waiting. Again, you're ready to move on something, but then like a different priority comes through, Pisces. With the Moon card though, this is trusting your intuition, knowing what you need to do. Again, the waiting seems to be more of a reprioritization, if that makes sense. Taking a look at our next card here, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card. This could be a card of restrictions. I think this is what this is saying is there's just not enough time to do both of these things. So again, there's something urgent that's coming through. We kind of have to reprioritize. I feel like your time is restricted. So again, it's more of like there's not a time to do both things. At the bottom here, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a teamwork card. So I would encourage you to leverage people around you potentially to make more traction this month, to get more done. I feel like we're growing, we're expanding here still. So this is still moving you forward. Again, it's just not the exact thing you thought you would be working on. Something kind of fell in terms of priority. There could be some travel coming up too. So this could be travel related. So potentially this travel has to happen before we can work on the other thing that you were hoping to work on. Let's take a look at our clarifiers though here. First up, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very traditional, very conventional. Again, we had a plan and we kind of have to bend this plan. We have to reprioritize. I think you had A, B, C planned, and again, maybe C is now priority and you need to do it before A. So this is the plan. This is what you had, but then needing to make that change to accommodate for this other thing that's kind of popping up. The next card that we have is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups on top of our Eight of Swords. The Eight of Cups is a card, and what I'm hearing is you need to be able to like pull yourself back and refocus your energy here, Pisces. So just keep that in mind. This is like about withdrawing, but again, it's more about like, okay, I'm not going to work on A, I need to work on C. So again, pulling yourself back, reprioritizing, regrouping, and being able to refocus that energy. And it is like a card of moving on. I don't know. It's interesting. I think you'll still come back to whatever this A was, but again, you have to really focus on C in this example for right now. And at the bottom here, we have the Hangman. The Hangman is good. We're gaining wisdom here through this. So again, it is sacrifice because we didn't get to necessarily do the exact thing that we had planned. We were asked to reprioritize. We needed to refocus. We did. But there's a lot of wisdom being gained here. There's different perspective happening. Again, this growth and this expansion is still really significant. Even though the thing you thought you were working on is not what you'll be working on this month. But all in all, not a bad month. Just be open to that reprioritization, I guess, would be my note there. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. Just trying to move along our helper here. But in this money column, let's start with a quick message here. So we have the card, money isn't all work and no play. Create a fun budget to splurge on yourself. Okay, you're making a mess, sir. Let me just put the cat down. Okay, so in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. My goodness. All right. Starting off strong here for sure. So first up, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness, Pisces. With the Ace of Pentacles, though, specifically, this is new job, raise, promotion, investment, income, some sort of new money. So we love new money in our money column. So that's wonderful to see. Taking a look at our next card, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a very nurturing card. It's interesting. I don't always give this advice, but this is what I'm hearing, so I'm going to go for it. I feel like as this new opportunity comes in, you need to negotiate a little bit here, Pisces. You need to ask for a little bit more. The message I'm hearing, it's like you're worth a little bit more. So on this card with the Queen of Cups, it's not really a cup, it's more of a trophy. Again, you're the trophy. You're worth just a little bit more. So as this new opportunity comes up, I encourage you to negotiate, ask for a little bit more than what's being offered. At the bottom here, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional. It's very strategic. Of course, be strategic in your approach to ask for a little bit more. But again, I'm just hearing you're worth a little bit more. So you would be selling yourself a little bit short if you didn't ask for that. Ooh, that little bit more here. Okay. We have our Ace of Pentacles on top of our Ace of Pentacles. If you've watched my videos before, you know I love when that happens. It's a very crisp, clear message from the universe. It's like the world saying, I said what I meant. So definitely Ace of Pentacles, new job, raise, promotion, investment, some sort of new income. So really promising new money there, Pisces. Moving on to our next card, we have the Ace of Swords. This is clarity. It's going to be clear that you're worth a little bit more, but more importantly, I feel like you need to be clear on the approach. Again, we need to be very strategic in the way that we negotiate a little bit higher. At the bottom here, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is kind of weighing options, multitasking. This isn't a standard meaning of this card, but I'm kind of like hearing do your research. Like, let's say you're getting a job at company A, but you know company B pays a little bit more. You might be able to use that in your favor. So it's like you need to compare options to build your case. So I love this new money coming in. Again, negotiate a little bit more, ask for a little more. Not always advice I would give, but that's a pretty clear message that I'm hearing at this point, Pisces. So excited to see this new opportunity play out for you. Let's take a look at our next column now, which is anything related to love. So quick love message here. Power. You instinctively know what is right, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage. Again, whatever you associate with love. Starting at the top here, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of rivalry, challenges, obstacles. I tell people these are the bumps in the road. Sometimes these are the small bumps in the road, but honestly, I feel like it's the small things in this relationship that are driving you crazy. More so, it's like reoccurring. This feels like it's something that's happened over and over and over again. So I feel like there is a relationship that has a conflict here. I see you potentially moving away from this relationship. Again, this could be friend, family, loved one. It could really be any relationship. But you see the Six of Swords. It's kind of a dark, gloomy card. Everyone's facing away from us. Their heads are hanging low. But the boat is heading in a forward, positive direction. And I feel like this is like a necessary transition. It's saying it's time to move on here. There could even be some like physically moving or relocating. Like maybe it's a roommate you're not getting along with and you move out, or maybe that person's moving away, but it's like really the right ending for the relationship, I think, because there's just recurring issues that we can't get over. Taking a look at the bottom here, we have the Two of Swords. This is a card of compromise and having to make that kind of decision. So I don't necessarily know that we want this relationship to end. We wanted it to work out, but again, this seems like the natural and necessary transition away. So I think that's the kind of final decision here. Looking at our clarifiers, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, change. So again, I feel like this is the time to take action on this relationship. The Eight of Wands can also be a card of finding out some sort of information. So it could be kind of like the final straw, the last thing you needed to know or hear to make the decision on this relationship. Looking at our cards in terms of Ten of Pentacles, I just feel like we thought we were in this for the long haul, but then if we look, we have our Four of Pentacles, which is like our desires for long-term security, the things that we want. I just don't know that this is what we want anymore. Again, we thought we were in it for the long haul. I'm just not sure it's aligned. It's not the desire that we have anymore. So I do think there's a relationship we're going to pull away from. Again, there's some reoccurring conflict, and we found out some information, and now it's just pretty obvious at this point it's time to transition forward, to move on here. Taking a look now at our fifth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Connection. I really like connection. There's so much to connection. You have to think about all the different things we're connected to: family, friends, job, time, the world, being in this exact moment. So this is about staying connected and furthermore, almost staying grounded at this point here, Pisces. Let's see though, what messages we have here. I think this could also be like a particular connection, like a connection to a person that has some meaning. But let's see what cards we have coming through. So first up, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of being reliable, being hardworking, being patient. This is kind of like nose to the grindstone, getting that work done. I like the Knight of Pentacles though, because this is like reaping the benefits of the hard work. So I feel like you've put in the effort, you've put in the work to this point, and you should be seeing the benefits of it. It seems like the benefit's going to come in kind of a unique way. It's going to come through balance. It's like you don't have to work so hard anymore. The Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony, and moderation. So again, I feel like you've pushed in so hard, worked so hard, and now kind of the reward is not having to do that, not having to work so hard. So I like this card of balance and harmony coming in. It is also a patience card, so definitely some patience. Again, you've worked a while to build this connection. You've worked a while to build whatever this is that you're working on. And then this is you being able to advance forward from that hard work. You see these Eight of Cups, they're stacked nicely, but yet the person is still moving forward anyways. So the grass is greener on the other side in this situation. You've put in a lot of work, but it's interesting because the reward on the other side, it seems, is this balance and this harmony. It's not having to work so hard. So it's like you've put in so much hard work on early on that you don't have to put in near that amount of work on the other side. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Knight of Swords. You see how quickly this card, horse and rider, are moving. So with our Knight of Swords moving quickly like that, this shift is going to happen pretty quickly. Again, you've been nose to the grindstone, putting in the hard work, and the benefits are paying off quickly here. Up next, we have the Ten of Cups, my favorite card in the entire deck. The Ten of Cups is everything good. This is the contentment, total love, support, happiness. This is the ideal. This is the perfect on the other side. So again, it's like you've worked so hard so you don't have to work so hard in this next chapter. At the bottom here, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is restrictions, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but again, it's being able to restrict, it's being able to pull back. I love that you don't have to work so hard in this next chapter, Pisces. So really looking forward to seeing how that plays out for you. Now at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1, we have the 10 of Spades. This is a number 30 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2, we have the 9 of Clubs, the number 26 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the 10 of Diamonds, number 8 card. That's going to be a no. So no, yes, no there for you, Pisces. We're going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of October. I said August. We're moving backwards here. But your crystal for October is turquoise, which is good for self-responsibility. Really helps you forge your own destiny and gives you the power to say no when needed. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, get over your hill and see what you find there with grace in your heart and flowers in your hair. Thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Pisces, and I hope you have a wonderful October.